Today, I will introduce our work XREF. This is a collaboration with Lei at BetDance and Lifeng at Alibaba. Online news forum has gained increased popularity. How to efficiently navigate through the excessive amount of user comments has become a common issue. For service providers, this trend calls for a better system to categorize the user comments based on important entities that is discussed. For instance, this sample thread compares two prominent soccer players, both named Ronaldo. 3 representative user comments over different groups of entities as selected. This information could help diversify the comments and customize results based on the user interests. The task we just described has been studied in the traditional entity linking benchmarks. For example, the IDA-Kono dataset. This type of benchmark usually features long documents with formal writing style. However, in online forums, the comment is very short, and there exists a higher degree of irregular naming variation due to informal language. In this work, we propose to mitigate this issue by leveraging the entity information from the associated articles. Existing work on entity linking relies on rich context for disambiguation, which is usually unavailable for social media domain. Therefore, redundant posts or user information are often leveraged. Most systems target the English language, with a few exceptions using cross-lingual approaches for Chinese. However, none of the above is sufficient for Chinese news comment due to the lack of context, user information, and a difficulty in processing emerging entities. So we collect data and conduct our own annotation study. The data format looks like this. The human annotator will first read the article and then a list of comments. The first step is to identify the mention span, and then link them to a knowledge base, which in this work we chose Baidu Baike, which has a better coverage over the emerging celebrities in our dataset. We collect dataset from 2 distinct domains, entertainment and product. We first notice that the comments are very short, with about 20 characters for both domains, while the articles are much longer. For both domains, diverse mention variation exists. For example, the maximum distinct mentions for an entity is over 100 on entertainment domain. Here we show sample mentions for both domains. We categorize the mention into different types. The first is canonical names, which are the names the entity appear in the knowledge base. For some very popular entities, the knowledge base also registers a list of nicknames. And there exist many other naming variations, such as a short description or even misspellings. Now I will introduce our proposed model. This figure outlines the structure of our system. The left part calculates the mention representation, and the right aligns the entity representation of a given candidate. They will both be transformed to the same space and finally predict a linking probability for the given candidate. We look at the entities from 2 aspects. The first representation is calculated based on the entity-entity co-occur matrix extracted from news headlines. We adopt the node-to-WAC method to calculate the dense representation based on this matrix. For the second part, we run SVD over the entity word co-occur matrix. For mention representation, we first apply a BioSTM network over the common characters, with 1 extra bit in the character embedding to indicate the span of the mention. The base version of the mention representation is then taken as the last hidden state of the LSTM. We also consider a comment attention that learns a weighted sum over all the hidden states of the comment. For the given article, we use string matching to find entities based on their canonical names. We utilize their entity embeddings as described earlier to calculate another bilinear attention to form the third part of the mention representation. In addition to the inner product of the 2 representations, we append a list of hand-picked features to further enhance the model. Finally, in order to improve the robustness of the model, we construct weakly supervised pre-training data by string matching and pronoun substitutions. We conduct experiments and report accuracy and mean reciprocal ranking scores. We first consider 2 matching-based systems and then a list of learning-based models. Our proposed XREF model achieves the best performance in both domains among all the learning-based models and most matching-based systems. We further show updated results. By removing the common attention, the performance drops by almost 6 percentage points in entertainment and 3 for products. If we further remove article attention, the drop would be 13 for entertainment and 10 for the product, indicating the importance of the 2 attention modules. To show the article attention provides meaningful guidance, we compare the prediction results in cases where the attention is correct versus it is wrong, and we observe a strong correlation. When attention is correct, more than 70% of the predictions are correct. when it is wrong, there is less than 20% is correct. To conclude, we propose XREF, an anti linking framework designed for social media news comments. We construct a dataset for Chinese anti linking study, and our experiments show strong performance over competitive benchmarks.